Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This legislation is about providing relief for our working Americans, for our senior citizens, and for our middle-class families.
I thought it was six.
That is the core of what this legislation is about and who will benefit. One of the most important provisions I see here is a bonus deduction for our senior citizens that would provide $4,000 for individuals, $8,000 for married. For those earning $75,000 or less if they're individuals, or $150,000 if they're married. I don't know how anyone can argue something like that goes to benefit the wealthy. As a matter of fact, it phases out when the income reaches $175,000. The increase in the SALT deduction, critical to the people I represent in Staten Island and Brooklyn. It will be tripled to $30,000, and it will have an income limit, so that way it is truly benefiting the middle class. It's interesting to hear the Democrats and the governor of my state of New York, who's the reason why we need SALT relief to begin with, because she keeps hammering people to death with high income taxes and refusing to put a cap on New York City property taxes, saying that they want an unlimited cap. Unlimited would actually benefit the billionaires. We're focused on the middle class. And I do hope that we'll see that relief take place to address 2025 so my constituents can benefit in 2026. Increases to the standard deduction, expanding the child tax credit. These are also provisions that benefit the middle class. No tax on tips, helping people who work with their hands. They're working overtime, our first responders. No tax on American loans, auto loans for American vehicles. Preventing the return of the alternative minimum tax. This is huge for the people I represent. In fact, it was the reason, the alternative minimum tax was the reason why so many of my constituents could not benefit from SALT, because it was never indexed, never adjusted, and you saw increasingly middle-class families being hit with that alternative minimum tax. Additionally, if you're a new employee, if you come out of college with debt, your employer will be able to now permanently be able to give you up to $5,250 annually tax-free to help you pay off your loans. It's legislation I'm proud to also sponsor in this that has made this bill. The Educational Choice for Children Act. This is going to be able to deliver scholarships for the families who need it most so they can attend private and parochial schools. Again, we're talking about poor children, giving them school choice, giving them access to education. Does not benefit the wealthy at the end of the day. This bill actually benefits middle-class families, working families like the ones I represent in Staten Island and Brooklyn. So I'm proud that so many of my provisions that I've championed have made it into this bill. And I want to thank the chairman, who has really been a good friend to the people of New York. I understand that everybody here has very different districts than I do. I might be the only SALT caucus member that's on this side of the dais. But this committee and the chairman have really worked with me to get to a medium that I think we're obviously continuing, as you know, to work through this, but I believe that we will get to a place that truly represents the hardworking people in Staten Island and Brooklyn. And the $30,000 deduction that is currently on the table and that we'll be voting on today actually covers 98% of my district. And so I'm very happy that I'll be able to go home and tell everyone that I was able to triple their deduction, and that those who want unlimited, and there may be an amendment here to make it unlimited that will support the millionaires and the billionaires, that's not who we're fighting for. The Republicans are fighting for the working class. We're fighting for the middle class, and that's who we're delivering relief for today. So thank you to my colleagues who understood where I was coming from as a New York City Republican and working with me to address and provide much-needed relief for my constituents. Thank you, Chairman. I yield back.
Thank you.